Bravo 6. Going dark.
Body's bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the word kill me, I don't need a new one. Under you, soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game.
Welcome to this video. Yeah, a video that's not a live stream or a short video. It's unknown figure, 1, 2, 6, freak a lick, my lick, whatever you want to call me. And I'm actually gonna be going over my taekwondo match that I had just yesterday. I just got back home, very tired. Of course, I'm subscribing. Definitely gotta get more into taekwondo, but for those that, you know, aren't my close friends, or if y'all are just looking at this right now, I have told about my experience of what I've done yesterday, and I'll say this is the one and only match I have because I did make it that far, and this is a learning experience I want to watch this over with you guys, and I'll get my thoughts on this as well, and you know, where I was during the time. So yeah, let's just get started because I do have a few stuff to do. Yes, I'm a bit hurt, and when I say a bit hurt, I mean like I can't do much with this left forearm or my middle finger, but it's not too banged up. I can do the minimal things, but it's not like it's broke or anything. But whoo, man, it's hurt. My opponent and I both hurt each other in this sparring match, but it's still nothing but love. I'm just trying to get myself ready, get myself psyched up. Oh, no, that's too early. Get myself just a bit psyched up, focused to, yeah, get myself ready. So let me say this right now. I am a 5'11" guy that's 212. About to go up against a guy that is 6'7", as you see. He is a giant. So we're checking the sensors to see how well this goes. So that's what we're doing. I will say this. I got to get used to these sensors because I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of the sensors at all. I wasn't a fan when they introduced that 9 years ago. I'm not a fan of it now, but I gotta get used to the new world. And of course, we always fist bump. And I'll say this: he's a pretty good guy. I mean, definitely, I gotta make sure I get my length up really well. I believe he got me right there, but ooh, yeah. Let's go back a bit right there. So as he's kicking me in. I am actually trying to go forward with him as well. Whew. I say like he definitely has the mass on me of just like the strength and power. Now right here, the fact that I didn't get points on that means, well, one, because like those were definitely a lot of freebies right there, but they didn't count as impact for the electronic scoreboard. There's a certain impact, like a certain amount of power that you have to put into. And definitely it was hitting none of those. So that's one thing I have to actually learn how to like hit those right. Also this penalty, I've been getting my ass was getting kicked by penalties a lot. Like, I have to definitely look at the new rules. And, of course, the knees, too. I was getting my ass beat by penalties after penalties, so I gotta... And he got called for the same one, too. It's definitely something of, like... Gotta get used to the new rules of just, like, going ahead in this. Because, man, there's a lot of penalty in the rules that you can just get called out for, and lose the match by that. It's definitely a lot to learn from of just trying to just get used to it. And I say for like again coming in like 9 years later, it's something to just try to take knowledge over and definitely have that ingrained and get some habits off to make sure that those penalties don't happen much like that again when the next time I do the tournament, which now we have a break. Again, he actually did get some good points in me too, but definitely most of the points were definitely most penalties. And for my kicking as well, even though my foot did hit his chest guard, it wasn't enough impact to have the electronic scoreboard take count of. Just certain amounts, and I was talking to my my classmates, my crew, for my flying V taekwondo, that if I just twisted my hips just a bit more, like just a bit more of hip mobility, it could have counted. It definitely could have. So that's one thing I have to also practice on, which I gotta get back to it, is just practicing my hip mobility, for kicking. So I gotta do a lot more stretches. All right, so I'm about to start the second round right now, and the second round was a little bit better. Again, nothing but love, but ooh, that one was good right there. That was a good hit. Now, I will say this. Even though I did a lot of cardio and running, was getting a bit gassed out. Yeah, that one, yeah, that... My shin flew out of my leg. My shin gear flew out of my leg. I mean, I say, you know, it was a good sparring match. It's a good sparring match when your equipment just flies off your body. Which, you know, funny enough, my shin was not hurt through all that, but just my forearms. He kicked really well. Like, I was mostly trying to block his kicks, of course, to not get hit, but, man, it did do a number on me. I will say this. My friend was right about one thing. I should have just been doing some back kicks. Ooh, yeah, that's what I was getting, just a little bit out there, but I should have just done some back kicks. Yeah, okay, now you see, now if you saw that part right there, if I can just go back to the right, no, I want to go back to 1756. No, 1756. Whew. Or was it 1811? Okay, boom. Okay, if you kind of saw that right there, if I didn't mess that up. Oh, I can just do okay, yeah, I forgot I can just do this. I'm just slowing it down a bit. So I just try to like reverse it back a little bit. Turn back the beats. Shout out to Cody from Street Fighter. So, okay, that did hit a bit of his chest guard, but still not enough. But it was just like, just slightly from that to around his stomach area. Ooh. Now, if I didn't whip that kick, oh my gosh, this is like actual fighting. This is actually actual fighting games. If I didn't whip that kick, that would have counted. And yes, I fell. And yes, so being a risk taker in this new age of taekwondo competition counts as a penalty now. So if you fall trying to kick, no matter what happens, I think that's also, I think there's like a certain way that if you fall, it won't count as a penalty. But if you fall trying to, I guess, kick, it will count as a penalty against you. So So yeah, pretty okay. So kind of pretty weird. It's a penalty that I fall. Of me taking a risk that hurts myself pretty much. Which I mean which I mean. Okay, for me personally, little weird rule. Usually I mostly see from just most sports penalties if you do something wrong with the other person. Now, doing something wrong towards myself, then yeah, definitely something to take consideration of. I guess saying like, falling while you're trying to kick, that counts a penalty on yourself. I guess you could probably compare it as like traveling in basketball. Probably. I mean, I don't know if this is the best analogy, but that's what I can think of in my head right now, guys. That's what I can think in my head. Yeah, I already kicked, so I had to keep going right there. Woo! Yeah. So, yeah, that part, when I kicked, yeah. And they give a point for that, because I tried to kick my hardest of just trying to go for it, but I tried to go for the double leg kick right there. And yeah, this is where I'm starting to just get a bit gassed out. So, 25 seconds left. So, I mean, if I'm going to lose, might as well just try to go all out. Whew. He got the point right there. So, I think right there was just, I don't know. I think they were trying to call if that might have been a penalty or not. Which, I think, yeah. No, not a penalty, but I guess adding a point that he scored on that one, so. But I think they just count like a penalty just on me, so. I mean, that's definitely pretty normal. So, I'm like, okay, it's the last one, so I might as well just try to go all out. Boom. And you hear a little pop-off right there. But, yeah, again, penalty on me because I fell on the floor trying to risk it. So, that's one thing I have to learn. Which, I'll be honest, back in my day, I was taught to take risk. Now it's like, I can take risk, but at a certain level. And again, there's nothing but love between me and the guy. Which, I'll say this right now. Again, forearm and middle finger. Definitely hurt. Definitely swollen. Gave her my all right there. Came up with minimal like injuries here and there. My master, Master Harold, he was so proud of me of how I did. But definitely just tells you to go train more. But no, understandable. I definitely have been training hard for these last 3 weeks when I signed up. I definitely gotta learn how to balance work and taekwondo together. Because, yeah, just getting to being more of an adult, growing up more and more, I'm learning a lot of things of just how to go around with all of this. It's a lot of a learning curve for me, to say the same. Yes, all my recordings and stuff. Ha 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 ha. Look at all this. Look at all this. Yeah, I'll just put my face right here. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. But I'll say the one thing I can take home, though, was that, again, I got hurt. But apparently, I must have kicked really hard around his leg, which, again, I got to work on my hip mobility to get that much higher. But we must have been going so hard that I think I injured his leg. Because when I did see him, he did on an ice pack, and then I heard that he couldn't compete for the whole tournament. I did want to check him to see if he was all right, and he said he was okay. Like, when we step in his ring, this is what we signed up to do. We're expected to get hurt. We don't expect to come up unscathed. Like, it's a combat martial arts. When you get in this ring, what combat sports you do, get expected to get hurt, and not be fine after that. Be expected to have sores, pains, bruises. So that's just a way of the sport. And again, I will take that home with me that I did injure him out of the tournament. But in all honesty, though, I do hope he does have a fast recovery, and that if he's going to nationals, I do hope he heals well for nationals as well. Definitely a big guy like him. Oh, he definitely got it. Funny enough, we were both in a way out of training too, so we were both in a way similar to same, but he definitely had followed the rules more than I have. So in a way, that's one thing I just have to lure myself of just making sure that I don't create more penalties for myself and to lose them to myself as well. But also as well, just gotta learn more of the matchup as well, because I still need a better matchup on how to spar against really, really tall guys. That might have been the tallest I've ever sparred anyone in my life. 6'7". Golly. But friendly giant nevertheless. So it's just a learning experience that definitely inspired me to now just keep training harder. Which, funny enough, after I'm done making this video, I'm going to go run some miles and then do some stretching as well. Like stretching to help boost my mobility. Excuse me. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright guys, I'll definitely see you guys later. It's Unknown Figure 126, Freakly, Malik, whatever you want to call me. And thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, and great day, everybody.